Hello my book besties. We're doing my favorite video. I look so forward to this every single month. Opening these books to decide what I'm going to read for the month is literally like Christmas. I just love surprises, and even though I own all of these books and like I know what's wrapped, there's just something really exciting about actually physically opening the book and being surprised by which book I'm gonna have to read for the month. If you've been around for a little bit and have seen me do these videos before, I've been using my phone for like a number generator, but we're switching things up this time. I have numbers in the cup. I am just gonna pull from here 5 different numbers to see what I will be reading. I will open 5 of these books, so we're gonna kind of next the number generator for a little bit. We're gonna go this route instead. Also, this will be the last time that you will see the pink wrapping. I'm going to put in the hard work and swap out this summery pink wrap, so next month we're gonna switch things up, get like a different fall vibe going, take off some of the books that are wrapped. This is their last chance. When summer's over, I really don't care to read summer books, and I'm already itching for fall. I'm really ready for the fall books, the fantasy, the mystery, just the whole fall vibe. Before I do the 5 out of here, I have 2 books that are definitely on my TBR that I'm going to show you, and I wanted to let you know I make the rules for my own TBR, okay? And I'm going to cheat the system just a little bit. I do know what these first 3 books are. They have to be on my TBR. So if the number generator does not pick 1, 2, and 3, I'm gonna be opening those and I have to read them anyways. But your girl is cheating the system just a little, hoping, fingers crossed, that at least one of them gets put in the 5 that I'm gonna be opening up, because that will lighten my load for the month. Instead of having like 10 books on my TBR, it will help me feel a little less overwhelmed if the numbers just so happen to work in my favor and open one of those for me. So, literally all of my numbers just dumped out of my cup. Thankfully it wasn't actually coffee in this cup, or I'd be really irritated right now. Numbers are secured, and I'm going to show you the 2 books that I did not wrap that are definitely on my TBR. You're probably like, why did you wrap 3 and not all 5? I didn't want to be like a total cheater, and I ran out of wrapping paper. So here we are. First on my August TBR is Heartless Hunter. Quite frankly, it's FOMO. I am very tired of being fully aware of how many people have rated this 5 stars and love it, and as a true rooted fantasy girly, it's time I finally read this book, and I feel like it's gonna be like a perfect transition into fall type of a read. I'm pretty sure this one is like a witch and witch hunter. That is why I did not pick this up a while back. I don't love witchy books. I know this community loves their witchy books. It's just not something I love because I don't like dark books, and sometimes that whole vibe is taken a lot darker than I prefer. But a few friends have told me that it's really good, and I'm gonna take their word for it and hope I love this. And as I'm sitting here saying all of this, I'm like, I love vampire books though, so I don't know. And the other book that is top of my TBR for August is finally The Woman by Kristen Hannah. I have loved every Kristen Hannah book that I've ever read. This is one that I don't think I've seen a single review that was not 5 stars. It's time I see what the hype is about. If you watched my most recent vlog, I realized that I love historical fiction and I don't read it nearly enough. So it's one of those genres that I'm gonna try to be better about reading, and so I'm very excited about reading this book. I have actually like the highest expectations ever, which is going to be great or kind of ruin it. I have no idea what this is about, truly not a clue, and so I can't really explain to you guys what it's about because I want to go into it blind. I prefer going into books that way. About 25% in is when I will finally read the synopsis, because that's just how I like to do it. So eager to see if I love this one as much as literally everyone else is. And now for the fun part. We got the numbers, mix them up. I mean, they fell all over the floor, so we already know they're mixed up. By the way though, if you've been here a while, do you notice I changed my stickers? I added some Friends stickers to the Gilmore Girls row here. I love this cart. All right. I'm always so nervous about the first pick. so you can see I'm not cheating. 24. Yes! Oh my gosh, yes. Yes. Okay, literally, I'm so excited right now, as you can tell. Okay, hold on. Little White Lies by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I have 3 Jennifer Lynn Barnes books wrapped up. The first book of all 3 of her series. I already had 2 of them. My bestie Kate at Pride and Paperback, she was reading this one, and knowing my book taste, I think I'm going to love this. And so we got quite a laugh out of the fact that I went to the bookstore and got this book, which is the first in another one of her series, when I already have the first book of 2 other of her series. So like, why not? Why not just have the first of every series? This is probably the one that I am most excited to read, because I realized that like anything Pretty Little Liars vibes is my cup of tea. And my friend Caitlin said it's kind of like Princess Diaries as well. 18-year-old Sawyer is shocked when her estranged grandma shows up at her apartment door and offers Sawyer a 6-figure contract to participate in debutante season, because immersing herself in her granddaughter's society might mean solving the biggest mystery of her life: her father's identity. Against all odds, Sawyer befriends a group of debutantes and quickly learns that her family is not the only mainstay of high society with skeletons in their closet. As she navigates twisted relationships between her friends and their parents, Sawyer discovers there are secrets people will kill to keep buried. I could not be more grateful that this one was just picked. All right. Oh, they're all stuck. Okay. 16. This one's really thin. Ooh, okay. Bending the Rules. I am also so excited about this one. I have not seen anyone read it, but it is a sports romance, and so say less. That's just my jam. And it says at the top, Rule 1, never fall for your brother's best friend. Guys, you know that that is all I need to see, and I'm gonna read the book. It started with a crush, the best stories always do. Our story sounds predictable, short-lived, and destined for failure. Lincoln Beckett is the star wide receiver at Brighton University. Heartbreak shines in his dark eyes and is etched across his jaw. He's popular, a guaranteed draft pick, and worst of all, my brother's best friend. I tried not to like him. I have an entire list of reasons that have become my rules for dating, and rules that Lincoln continues bending. I better love this. Have I been disappointed by books that I think I'm gonna love? Absolutely, but fingers crossed that this one is as good as it sounds and hits all of my obsessions. I'm pretty sure this is also available on Kindle Unlimited. I just love the cover and wanted it wrapped, so I actually got this months ago. This one has been on this wrapped TBR for months, and I'm so happy to finally be reading it. All right, 3 more. 19. Oh, I know what this one is. Only because it's the smallest book on there, so I know exactly what this is, and all my friends are about to freak out. We got a cozy mystery, Live and Let Chai. I don't read a lot of cozy mysteries, but I feel like all of my best friends do. And so I try to keep up with them. I try to read them. I do think that they are awesome little palette cleansers, but fun thing, I have never read a 5-star cozy mystery. And so I'm bracing for a vlog trying to find a 5-star cozy mystery with a bunch of my friends' recommended options that they think I will love. And this is one of them. We're gonna see. I guess I'll start that vlog. I have no clue what this is about, so hold please. She's back in her seaside hometown, owner of a little iced tea shop and cafe on the beach. Okay, perfect for the end of summer. Then a customer turns up dead on the boardwalk with one of her Hallmark glass tea jars lying right next to him, and an autopsy that reports poison in his system. She didn't see that coming. It doesn't look good for Everly or her brand new business. Yeah, I would think not. The townspeople of Charm turn their backs on her. She fights to dig up clues about who could have had it in for her. And then, of course, a maddeningly handsome detective discouraging her from uncovering leads in a series of anonymous attacks on Everly and her business. It will take everything she's got to keep this mystery from boiling over. Does this sound like every cozy mystery I've ever read? Absolutely it does. I guess we'll see. This is one of my friend's absolute favorites, so time will tell. 2 more. So close. Number 4. We were this close to making my TBR a little bit lighter. Okay, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. I hear amazing things about this book. This is another one that I've probably seen very few people not give like 5 stars to this book and absolutely love it. Emily Henry blurbed this. And I've never read a Kennedy Ryan. I'm pretty sure it's like a divorce story. Yasmin and Josiah found that love had its limits and it couldn't save their marriage. She's finally starting to find joy again. They've found a new rhythm, co-parenting their 2 kids and running a thriving business together. Yet like magnets, they're always drawn back to each other, and now they're beginning to wonder if they're truly ready to let go of everything they once had. They wonder if it's too late for them to find forever, or could they be even better the second time around? I am sure this story is probably one that's going to make like any married person think and feel deeply, and I'm always here for those type of stories. If you've read this, can you like let me know in the comments how much you loved it to hype me up and get me excited about this one? I think it's just one of those things I always run into when I do these blind TBRs, where there's some books I'm looking forward to reading and then there's some that like I'm dying to read, and it's natural to like be just a little bit disappointed in some of the options, but I really do want to read this book. All right, last one, and again, if this isn't 1, 2, or 3, I also do need to open those to show you guys what else is on my TBR. 17. We really just went to the teens. Okay, let's see what it is. I'm okay with this one. Savor It by Tara DeWitt. I am happy to have opened this one because it is a summer read, and I'm quite obsessed with this cover. The timing is perfect because I won't read it past summertime, and I've seen honestly mixed reviews for this one, but the really good reviews have been really good. That makes me excited to read it. Sage lives in her small world in the coastal town of Spoons, Oregon, with her misfit animals on her hobby farm. Aw, I love that. But when her town golden boy Ian suddenly gets engaged, Sage wants a win, beating him in the Festival of Spoons. The town's annual summer competition would be the perfect way to show everyone she's doing just fine. No pity necessary. She just needs a partner. Fisher was a hotshot chef in New York City until the loss of his sister left him grieving and responsible for his teenage niece. After he loses the Michelin star along with his love of cooking, his boss sends him to Spoons for a last chance project to redeem himself. He's reluctant to get comfortable in the small town and clashes with the locals, but a kiss with his sunny new neighbor Sage leads to dating rumors, and the pair strike a deal to turn things around. It sounds really cute, and it does sound like it has some deeper themes to it, like with the loss and like him having to care for his niece, her going through a bad breakup. I hope for that in romance books, that there's deeper elements to it. I'm really excited to read this one, even if it stinks. The cover was worth the buy. All right, so that was my 5. I'm not gonna swap any of them out, I don't think. I know last time I allowed myself a swap out, but I think I'm content. I think that these are some solid options and I'm pretty happy with them. So all we have left then is to open these 3, which means I have 10 books on my TBR this month. Yay. Do I go 1, 2, 3 or do I go 3, 2, 1? Let's go 3, 2, 1. A lot of these are buddy reads or just ones that I have to have on my TBR because like a next one is coming out or summer's almost over, you know? First, I must read Foxglove. Finally, I read Belladonna several months back and absolutely loved it, and I keep hearing over and over and over again that Foxglove is even better. Wisteria, which is book 3, comes out at the end of August, so it is time for me to read this one. I'm not going to give you too much of a synopsis because you do need to read Belladonna first. If you're looking for like a unique, darker, but not like eerie, creepy dark, just kind of like the setting and stuff is darker, type of a fantasy, then you should definitely try these books. I will also be reading A Cross-Country Wedding by Courtney Walsh. I'm reading this with... Who am I reading this with? I know I'm reading it with Keisha from A Book Like You. I feel like she said there's other people reading it with us, but all I know is Courtney is the best. This year, she has become an absolute favorite author of mine. I read Cross Country Road Trip, Cross Country Christmas. That's what it was, I think. I read that when it first came out like years ago, before I was even like in the book community, and I loved it, and that was my first Courtney Walsh book I ever read. And then this year I have like binged all of them. I just really, really love her writing. I've even told her herself, you can't convince me that there's not magic in your books. So this is, I think, the sequel to Cross Country Christmas, and it takes place in the summer, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, finally gonna read this one, and I just sincerely know I'm gonna love it. If nothing else works for the month, I know that I will love another Courtney book. And last one, This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. Why am I waiting till the very, very end of summer to read this book? Because I didn't plan to read the book. I absolutely loved Every Summer After. And then I really didn't like Meet Me at the Lake. And when I read the synopsis on this new one that came out, I didn't really think I'd like it. But again, I have had so many people telling me it's amazing. People who know that I really loved Every Summer After are like, please give Carly another chance. I'm seeing great reviews for it, so I'm going to give it a whirl. If I don't like this one, I think I'm just gonna call it a fluke that I liked Every Summer After and kind of be done. But hopefully I really like it. I'm pretty sure this is also like best friend's brother kind of a trope. She's vacationing and Felix is a local who shows her a very good time, but the only problem is Lucy doesn't know he's her best friend's younger brother, which how do you not know that? Their chemistry is unreal, but the list of reasons they need to stay away from each other is long, and they vow to never repeat that electric night, but that's easier said than done. Each year, Lucy goes back to this town with her best friend Bridget, and every visit begins with a long walk on the beach, and she promises herself that she won't wind up with Felix again. But when Bridget suddenly flees Toronto a week before her wedding, Lucy drops everything to follow her to the island. Her mission is to help Bridget through a crisis, but Felix's sparkling eyes and flirty quips have been replaced with something new, and Lucy's beginning to wonder just how safe her heart truly is. Again, I read that synopsis and I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like this book. But hopefully everyone who's been encouraging me to read it is right, and I will like it, and it is a perfect book to wrap up like my summer reading before we get into fall. Well, that is a wrap on this June TBR. It is not June. What the heck? I hope I didn't open my video that way. I am way behind. I'm in the past still, apparently. That is a wrap on this August TBR. Thank you so much for watching. I would sincerely love to know in the comments below what is really high on your TBR for the month. And if you've read any of these books that I will be reading, you can hype me up a bit. If you liked this video and you have not hit subscribe yet, please consider hitting that subscribe button and sticking around. I hope that your books are amazing and the rest of your summer is amazing as we all highly anticipate our cool fall sweater weather. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.